Guys, Terence Crawford says that he's accomplished more than Errol Spence. He says he's achieved more than Errol Spence in boxing. What do I make of that? He's right. He has achieved more than Errol Spence in terms of the accolades he's done. He's a 3-weight world champion. He's an undisputed 140-pound champion. So he's in a, you know, what he's saying there is correct, that he has achieved more than Errol Spence. However, Errol Spence has got a better resume than Terence Crawford. He's fought better opposition than Terence Crawford. He's fought Kell Brook. He's fought Sean Porter. He's fought Mikey Garcia. He's fought Lamont Peterson. You know, and I know people are going to say Lamont was over the hill. Yes. But nevertheless, his resume is stellar, you know, compared to Crawford's. You know, Mikey Garcia, even though he was a 135-pounder, he was a top 10 pound for pound, you know. Kell Brook was a very hard fight for Errol Spence. He had to go all the way to Kell Brook's backyard, fight Kell Brook when Kell Brook was a champion. You know, that's no easy fight, and it was a tough fight as well. Then he fought, he fought Lamont Peterson in his title defense. I fought a compo. And then he fought, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter. Wow. You know, we know Sean Porter's no easy fight. However, I'm not a big fan of Sean Porter. But still, according to the boxing fans, Sean Porter's a top fighter. According to you guys, Sean Porter's a great fighter. So, I think that was a great win for him. He beat Sean Porter. So I think Errol Spence has fought the better opposition. And especially at welterweight, he's definitely fought the better opposition. There's no doubt about it. Crawford's resume at welterweight is Horn, Khan, Benavidez. Like I said, I still feel that his best win is against Amir Khan. But again, Amir Khan wasn't the prime Amir Khan. We know that. Everybody knows that. But the fact is, yes, Crawford has achieved more in terms of accomplishments. He's the 3-weight world champion, undisputed champion at 140. But Spence has fought the better opposition. So make that of what you want, you know, because I feel Spence has fought better opposition. Crawford's achieved more in terms of titles. But what do the fans think? That's the main thing. The fans at the minute. Crawford gets a lot of criticism. Spence seems more of a fan favourite. And he's probably a bigger name, and fans probably like Spence a bit more than Crawford. Also, Spence is more accessible. We get to hear him do a lot more interviews than Crawford, even though I think Crawford stepped up his media game of late. But I do think, Spence is probably a little bit more liked than Crawford, a bit more fan friendly. But I think at the end of the day, we can all go back and say, well, Spence has fought better opposition and Crawford's achieved more. The fact is, we want to see the fight. That's the main thing. We want to see the fight. I think I do favour Spence in that fight, just because I think Spence's size and strength is going to be a problem for Crawford. And Spence could knock out Crawford. But again, there's a huge problem here for Spence, because we don't know what Spence is going to come after the accidents. We know Spence has suffered a serious accident. We don't know how he's going to come back from that physically and mentally. Is that going to affect him as a fighter moving forward? Or is Spence going to be as good as brand new when he comes back? We don't know. And that's a big issue here, because that could, in my opinion, if Spence is 100%, Crawford's 100%, right, I think Spence, you'd probably have to leave towards Spence, just because I think Spence's size and strength, even though I think Crawford's probably got more wrinkles to his game, I think Spence might be a little too big and a little too strong for Crawford. And I think the fights that I've seen Crawford in, I think he's had definitely, his chin is a bit questionable. And I think if there's any fight where we're going to find out how good his chin is, it's the Errol Spence fight. Because Errol Spence is a big puncher. He's a strong dude. He's bigger than Crawford. He's definitely stronger. There's no doubt about it. And there's a problem for Crawford. There's a big, big problem. So that's a fight that we need to see. It's a great fight for the fans. I would favour Spence in that fight. However, Crawford, again, like I said, Crawford could prove a lot of people wrong. you know, and like I said, become a star and become a legitimate pound for pound pounder. If he beats Spence or Pacquiao, for me, he's number one. You could put him number one then. There's no doubt about it. I think I would question his pound for pound status right now, because I do think Lomachenko and Canelo have a much better resume than Crawford. You know, everybody's just judging Crawford on the eye test, really. His resume is not great. But what do you guys think? Do you think Terence Crawford's right where he says he's accomplished more than Errol Spence, or do you disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page. And I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got two options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.